everyone, and welcome back to another video of mine. Today's video is all about an autumn inspired makeup look. I started off the makeup look by filling up my brows using my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil. I also tweezed off the brows that had to go. I then used my Catrice Super Glue brow gel to set my brows in place, and I absolutely love this product. I then used my NYX Plump Right Back Primer to prime my face, and so we began applying my base. I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation, and my shade is in the shade 150W, just in case you're wondering. However, I think it is a bit too much of a light shade for me currently. I then went on to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer, and my shade is in the shade number 4, and I applied it under my eyes, but I also applied it on my blemishes that I have going on quite a bit around my face, and I just blended it away. I used my Too Faced Ethereal Setting Powder in Translucent to set up my concealer. However, I decided not to set my lids because I am going to be using my MAC Painterly Pro Longwear Paint Pot, and I use this to basically prime my eyelids in prep for my eyeshadow that I'm going to be applying. And now it's time for the star of the show, and I'm going to be using my new Too Faced Appley in Love eyeshadow palette, which has these beautiful shades, perfect for autumn and the transition of the season. So I started off by using the first shade called Caramel Apple, which is like this light brown shade, and I use it in my crease, and I applied it using my AOA E141 brush. It's just a blending brush that you can use across your crease to kind of blend in the shade. I loved the shade, how it worked, how it performed. It blended in really nicely, and it's a perfect transition shade as well. I built it up, so I went in first lightly and then I built it up along the way, and it worked perfectly. I then used the second shade called Candy Apple, which is this beautiful burgundy color, which is going to be one of the major colors this autumn. I've been seeing it across social media on my Instagram feed, so I had to incorporate it. However, I didn't want it to be so solid, so what I did first was I applied it with my Beauty Bay I Spy brush, and then I would blend it out using again my AOA E141 brush, and I found that it blended in really nicely as well with the first shade, with the Caramel Apple. So Caramel Apple and Candy Apple go very well together. As you see here, I continued to pack the shade of Candy Apple as well, and I blended along the way. I noticed sometimes kind of the Caramel Apple would be brushed off, so I would also go back into Caramel Apple and pack on the shade. So Caramel Apple is the brown shade. So I basically used a clean brush and I went in again with Caramel Apple, as you can see right here. I think it's very important to be very patient with eyeshadow, and then also to allow yourself to build up the shade, so not to go in too intensely at first, but to go in lightly and then you build it along the way. I find that really helps. So then we use this shade. This is such a beautiful shimmer shade, guys. It's called Apple of My Eye, and I absolutely love it. Just applying it with my fingertips was more than enough. It's a beautiful golden sparkling metallic shade. I absolutely loved how it worked on the shadow look. And then what I also did was I used my Beauty Bay I Spy brush again, and I kind of brushed a little bit of that Candy Apple shade in transition with Apple of My Eye, and I found that those two shades really blended in so beautifully together. I then went back into Caramel Apple and I used it on my lower lash line, and I thought that worked really beautifully. I then took my eyelash curler and curled my lashes, and I used the e.l.f. Lash and Roll Mascara. I absolutely love this because it really grips onto the lashes really well. Have you guys created your own autumn inspired makeup looks? If you have, let me know in the comments down below. For bronzer today, I used my Benefit Huda bronzer. I have been loving this bronzer. It's a holy grail of mine for sure. For blush, I used the Too Faced Cloud Crush Blaring Blush in Head in the Clouds. I absolutely love the shade. This is such a beautiful pink shade. And then for highlight, I used the Essence Gimme Glow Luminous Highlighter in the shade 10 Glowy Champagne. It's such a beautiful highlight. Essence do some really good highlights. I also use this in my inner corners and also as my brow bone highlight. I absolutely love the shade, beautiful. And then I used my ColourPop lipstick. This was a collaboration with Kathleen Lights from her Twinkling Lights collection in the shade Little Star. I found that this is such a beautiful burgundy shade, and again, burgundy, like I told you, is totally in this season. I finished the makeup look using my MAC Fix Plus mattifier to set up my makeup look. I'm so happy that I finally managed to sit down and play with some makeup and also record this video, because I feel like I haven't done a proper makeup chit chat video in a very long time. So I was very happy that I finally managed to find the time and the space to do it. I absolutely love the shades that I worked with. However, I wish to play with the eyeshadow palette more because I want to create more autumn inspired looks. So if that's something that you'd want to watch, let me know in the comments down below. If you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, then press subscribe. Thank you for watching. Take care, guys. Bye!